my parents were born, raised, and married in Italy. When I was 8 years old, they decided to return there for their 25th wedding anniversary. Of course, they took me with them. While we were there, we visited over 30 Italian cities and towns, and some other places outside of Italy as well. The first stop on our trip was Rome. I remember chasing the pigeons around in St. Peter's Square at the Vatican. One of my favorite sights at the Vatican was the Fountain of Trevi. I also enjoyed the Colosseum, where the ancient Roman gladiators used to fight and participate in athletic competitions. One of the next stops on our trip was Tivoli, the land of the fountains. Tivoli was filled with fountain after fountain after fountain. Oh, and did I mention the fountains? We even saw a rainbow or two. Unfortunately, the city of Pompeii was rather somber and depressing, thanks to Mount Vesuvius, the large volcano that you see in the background. Pompeii is nothing more than a city of ruins. Thanks to the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in AD 27. One of our next stops was the romantic city of Pisa, the highlight of which was you guessed it, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And believe me, it really is leaning. Florence is another beautiful city that we visited. Florence is most famous for Michelangelo's statue of David. I always thought that David could really use some clothes. The highlight of our trip was the town of Sicily. This is where my parents were born, raised, and married. This part of Sicily is what my father calls the old country. Sicily is famous for its beautiful landscapes. And countrysides. And churches. As a young child, I was always fascinated by the city of Venice, where the streets were filled with water. And people get around by gondola. I went on a gondola ride. It was lots of fun. Ah, the beauty of Venice. Even at nighttime. I did mention that our Italian vacation included a few places outside of Italy as well. One of these places was Paris, France. It was the last stop on our trip. Paris is famous for the Eiffel Tower and the Arc of Triumph. Paris was most beautiful at night, and it was a fitting end to one of the best and most memorable vacations of my childhood. Next year, my parents are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. Who knows? Maybe it will be time for all of us to return to Italy once again.